Hello guys, let's continue. So our presentation. Okay, I'm going to remove this component here. I'm going to keep only the others here on the screen. Okay, what are we going to see? Now it's from our project, so I'm going to take advantage of the fact that it's still running here, and I'm going to show you now one more detail that we tried to improve compared to what UNIGUI offers us. Okay, come on. I'm going to grab here in this browser window the UNIGUI Mega Demo. The UNIGUI Mega Demo demonstrates to us all the features that UNIGUI offers. I'm going to take it. Here, for example, the example of fish facts that comes within UNIGUI. Notice that we have here our fields, all the components. Remembering, we don't have responsiveness. Unfortunately, there is no such thing, because there is nothing responsive. But what do I want to draw attention to now? Let's draw attention to our theme control. So I'm going to grab here a theme and I'm going to select here, for example, Triton Modified. So here was the app refresh and I'm going to open up my fish facts again. Look what happened to my radial group, what happened here with my edit and such. So this, guys, unfortunately I'll show you, but it's because it's a boring thing. UNIGUI's theme control, it doesn't offer something concise, because instead of changing only the color issue to a readjustment of the dimensions of the components, and as there is nothing responsive, the application ends up breaking. Okay, so this is not nice for your client to witness running the its application is right. So on the other hand, we tried in RadCORE to also create a theme control system. Okay, so notice that I have when we create our application there in our C wizard. Okay, we select a theme with this color pattern here. Okay, and that's why it's got this little color here. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, notice here, the edges of my edit field, that they stay in this same color theme. Beauty. So I'm going to grab it here now and I'm going to trigger my Okay, so my theme control, I have some pre-defined colors and I have the theme also bringing the opposite, right, which is usually supposed to be more with the color and less white. It does the reverse, which is the light beauty theme, and I can choose this one. Theme, and I can do a fine configuration. I can fine-tune specific items in my layout. Okay, I can do a lot of settings, but we're going to see initially just the color change. Okay, our color pattern. Okay, so I'm going to grab it here. And I'm going to change here to a green theme. Like, notice that the part of my layout has already undergone the change. Okay, but I need to apply now and I need to refresh my application. Look how they already got here are my buttons, and look how it is that it's now my focus. Okay, so the background here was a little green and the edges were also greenish, and I didn't have a layout change, which is important. Okay, our control, themes, right, RadCORE, brings several other benefits. I can use the exchange of fonts. I can enable in RadCORE the use of the font strap version 6. Okay, by default UNIGUI only works with version 5. You would have to make this adjustment manually for it to recognize 6, but RadCORE already brings this ready, so I can uncheck that. From here, and it works with version 5. I can mark this from here and it will work with the open source version 6. Okay, version 6 we bring much more benefits, right, the use of icons. Okay, so let's quickly see one more use. Okay, RadCORE features that they're going to offer us, it's compared to UNIGUI, right? So let's watch that from here. Well, so I'm going to grab our standard UNIGUI application here. Okay, so I put a label on the screen here. Okay, so what does UNIGUI offer us? The label is highly flexible. Okay, the label can be transformed into anything in your application. Obviously, UNIGUI has other components for this as well, but the label brings us a lot of flexibility. So in UNIGUI I can take a label here and come in the caption of it, and I'm going to copy here a font handle icon usage structure. What is this structure? It's simply an HTML tag. Look how it turned out here in the project. Since I'm using my caption property, my label is there in the project. I'm going to put it just so we can exemplify. I'm going to put another little edit here. Okay, so I have this little guy here. He stays on my screen with capture, and then I come here to my text converter and change it here to HTML. Okay. So let's see the result of this in the standard UNIGRUP. Okay. So let's go here to our application and let's restart. So you see our little icon. So there's the little icon here of a little house rendered by our UNILabel. Just going back to look, our label has the HTML structure visible. So imagine that you want to build an application that will have the label itself with the text, and then you want a icon on the side. Something along those lines looks ugly, in my opinion. It's not very nice for the HTML text to stay here on the screen. Okay, so what do we have within the hardcore to improve? Right, to optimize this process. Okay, so I'm going to grab this label here. Here, as an example, okay, I'm going to have him, right, that as it is, as an example. Actually, I'm sorry, I'm not going to take this guy. We already have the examples here ready. That's why I kept these details here on screen. You don't see here my label, so and so I'm hearing the word shop, okay. So I'm seeing shop, I'm seeing user, rent and times. That's what you're seeing here on the screen. Shop, the icon with the shopping theme, the icon with the user theme, the tool theme and the TIMES, the cancel icon, the cancel item, something along those lines. In this RadCORE it's the same label as UNIGUI, but I don't need to write any HTML sentence. So once again our RC elements comes in here. So in my RC elements I'm going to use my echo attribute to tell RadCORE that I want this label to be an icon, okay? And then I just put my structure in here. Okay, now if I want to change my icon, I'm going to delete this guy, this one, I'm going to pay this one, I'm going to leave mine 2x, okay, and I'm going to delete here my icon, and now I'm going to do what I'm going to ask here is the hardcore for help me with font also, so I'm going to click here. It asks if I want to work with 5 with 6. I'm working on the project with version 6, and then it's going to open me the awesome font site, already in the free icons filter, which is the default that UNIGUI uses it, obviously, okay. And then you'll be able to choose what you want, okay. So I'm going to grab here our home icon, and just now, guys, I'm going to click here, and then you're going to see here, copied, see? This is the default font of Awesome. You click and it copies it to the clipboard, okay? Now I'm going to return, okay, for mine. It's this elements, and I'm going to simply, now give it a complete, ready. I took the icon there from the Olsen source and brought it into the hardcore. That's all, guys. I don't need to use HTML anymore. I'm going to give it okay. I'm going to compile my project again to be able to refresh, and once the refresh is done, there's my icon. So you saw how the thing became more practical, and in project time the visibility of the icon is more pleasant, so this is all useful for us to work with. Now, we have several other resources that hardcore will offer us, using RC elements, which will be the subject of our next videos. A big hug and see you soon.